present. There is a term called as omnipresent to describe how God is present everywhere. Apart from God, there is an element on this earth that is also present everywhere. That element name is carbon, and in this chapter we will discuss why and how carbon are present all around the earth. So if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon here. And I have also a Telegram channel named Smrutipedia. For more update and PDF of this channel, you can also join the channel named Smrutipedia on Telegram. So now let's talk about carbon. So carbon is an element present in atmosphere, in our earth crust, and in all living organisms. It is present at an average percentage of 0.02 in atmosphere and 0.03 in the earth crust. Apart from this least percentage, but carbon are present in a huge number of compounds all around us. So carbon is present in fuels like food, coal, charcoal, coke, petroleum, natural gases, biogas, mass gas, etc. Carbon is also present in compounds like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, etc. Carbon is found in the free state as diamond, graphite and fullerenes. These are the compounds. You must come across these compounds, and these compounds are a form of carbons. Next, how this carbon is able to form a huge number of compounds? So it is possible due to the special characteristics of carbon to form a separate or a particular type of bonding, that is covalent bond. We shall discuss about covalent bond. Before we start what is covalent bond, let's see what is a bond. So what is a bond? A bond is a lasting, so a chemical bond is a lasting attraction between atoms or ions or molecules that enables the formation of chemical compounds. So bond is nothing but a force of attraction. So here we have carbon, 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 4 carbon atoms, and they are bind with each other with the help of a bond or force of attraction. So this force of attraction is called as a bond. So let's see here, it is the diagram of chlorine, sodium chloride. So here sodium and chlorine are forming bond with each other with the help of the attraction, force of attraction between them due to the involvement of electrons. So why are bonds formed? Bonds are formed to satisfy octet rule. So what is this octet rule? Octet rule is that each main group element tend to bond in such a way that element has 8 number of electron in its valency shell, giving electronic configuration of a noble gas. You should know that each and every element has an inherent tendency to attain the octet rule. So what is octet rule? Now to attain the 8 number of electrons on its outermost shell. So here we have an example of carbon dioxide. So in carbon dioxide, a carbon atom is bound with 2 oxygen atoms. So here, as you know, carbon has 6 number of electrons, and as you know, 2 electrons are present in K cell and 4 electrons are present in the L cell. So outermost carbon has 4 outermost electrons. So these are the carbon's outermost electrons. Likewise, oxygen has 8 electrons, and 2 out of which 2 are present in the K cell and 6 are present in the L cell. So these are the electrons of oxygen. 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. So according to octet rule, as you know that oxygen need 8 electrons and also carbon needs 8 electrons to satisfy their octet rule, or to become the, or to attain the configuration of a noble gas. So what will oxygen do? Oxygen will require or need 2 more electrons so that it can attain the octet rule or attain the 8 number of electrons in its outermost cell. Likewise, as carbon has 4 number of electrons in its outermost cell, so it need more 4 electrons, or it will require, or it will lose 4 electrons to be an noble gas, to attain the properties of a noble gas. So what will they do? They will share 2 of their electrons with each other. Before we go deep into this chapter, we shall first see how these things works. So what is a covalent bond? So covalent bond is a chemical bond formed by the sharing of electrons. So the point is to be noted here, it is a bond formed by the sharing of the electron. In previous class you have studied about ionic bond, in which ionic bonds are the bonds formed due to the transfer of electrons, but here covalent bonds are the bond formed due to sharing of the electrons between atoms. So let's see an example of it. Suppose a farmer A has an ox and an farmer B also has an ox. So during cultivation or plugging, you know that to plug a field we need a pair of bullock or a pair of ox. With the help of one ox we cannot cultivate a field. So what will it do? So the farmer A will approach farmer B and give a proposal before B that I will give my ox to you for suppose 15 days in a month, and you have to give your ox back to me and for 15 days. Or we can say they are sharing their ox to get their desire fulfilled. So what is their desire now? Their desire is to cultivate or plug their field. So by sharing these ox they can achieve their goal or desire. Likewise, and 2 atoms also take the help of sharing of their electrons to achieve octet rule. So when an atom achieve their octet rule, so they attain the configuration of a noble gas. So let's see some of the example of covalent bond. Here we have the example of covalent bond in hydrogen molecule. As you know that hydrogen molecule has 1 number of electrons, so it cannot obtain octet rule by attaining 8 electrons on its outermost cell, as it has only one cell, that is K cell, and the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in K cell is 2. So here, rather than getting 8 electrons in its outermost cell, hydrogen will always try to get 2 electrons or to fulfill the outermost or the only cell that it has. it has the K cell and it has one electron. So what will it want? So hydrogen will require one more electron to get or to satisfy octet rule. So here is an hydrogen atom having only one electron, here another hydrogen atom with one electron. So what will they do? Like that farmer, they will share with each other, they will share the electron between them. Here the hydrogen atom can say these two electrons are mine, here the hydrogen atom can say these two electrons are mine. So they will form a bond between them, that is called as covalent bond. So in case of ionic compound, what they do, they will only transfer their electrons to other atom. So covalent bonding in carbon, as you know, carbon has 6 electrons, its electronic arrangement is 2, 4 and it has 4 electrons in its outermost shell. It can attain stability or it can attain configuration of a noble gas by gaining 4 electrons or by losing 4 electrons or sharing 4 electrons with other atoms. It does not gain 4 electrons because it is difficult for the purpose to 6 electrons to hold 10 electrons. As you know that the number of electron and proton in an atom is same, so carbon has 6 electrons and 6 protons. So to attain the octet rule, if a carbon atom gets 4 or gain 4 more electrons, the proton number will be the same, that is 6. The 6 number of protons cannot accommodate the 10 number of electrons. It does not lose it does not lose 4 electrons because it needs a large amount of energy to lose 4 electrons. So it shares 4 electrons with other atoms to attain stability, result in the formation of the covalent bonds. Since carbon atoms need 4 electrons to attain stability, its valency is 4 and it is tetravalent. Next, formation of double covalent bond in hydrogen molecules. In case of hydrogen molecule, you saw that it makes a single covalent bond, but in case of oxygen molecule, it makes double covalent bond. The atomic number of oxygen is 8 and its electronic configuration is 2, 6. Its valency is 6. It needs 2 electrons to attain stability, so 2 oxygen atoms shares 2 pairs of electrons, resulting in the formation of a double covalent bond in oxygen molecule O2. So here it is an oxygen atom having 6 number of electrons in its outermost shell, and this is the same thing for the second oxygen atom. So what will they do? They have an inherent desire to attain 8 number of electrons. So what will they do? They will share 2 of their electrons with each other. Here they are sharing 2 of their electrons with each other. So here one bond takes place and here another bond takes place. So there are 2 bonds between oxygen molecule. Formation of triple covalent bond in nitrogen molecule. In case of nitrogen molecules, a triple covalent bond takes place. As you know, the atomic number of nitrogen is 7 and its electron configuration is 2, 7 and valence electron is 5. It needs 3 more electrons to attain stability. So the nitrogen atoms share 3 pairs of electrons, resulting in the formation of a triple covalent bond in the nitrogen molecule. Here nitrogen atom having 5 number of valency electron, and this is the same for the second nitrogen atom. So what will they do? They will bond, they will share 3 of their electrons with each other. So here one bond is formed, second one bond is formed, and third bond is formed. So a triple covalent bond exists between nitrogen molecules. So it is the electron dot structure. This is the electron dot structure. What is electron dot structure? To describe or interpret electronic configuration of an molecule or compound in a graphical way is called as electronic dot structure. As you know, it is the electronic dot structure of methane, that is CH4, one carbon atom that binds with 4 number of hydrogen atom. So here the center is carbon and these are hydrogen atoms. So this was all about today's video. If you like it, then press like, and if you have any suggestions or any doubts, then let me know in the comment box.